Lord have mercy, the predictions continues to fall. Now, just yesterday, I reported to you guys that Joker Folie Deux was tracking at about half of what was previously thought, right? Before, we thought that the film would open to $140 to $150 million domestically. However, yesterday's report suggests that Joker Folie Deux is now tracking at about $70 to $80 million. Now, that $140 to $150 million total would have been great for this film, right? And not to mention, it probably would have bought Warner Brothers stock up a little bit. Not by much, but a little bit, right? But today, that Park Place is telling us that that $70 million opening weekend may also be in jeopardy. Now, I saw a few people come into the comment section and they came to the film's defense. You know, they was like, dude, the first Joker film opened to $96 million. It went on to earn $368 million by the end of its run, right? But I feel that those people are predicting that Joker Folie Deux will have the same legs as the first film. And that is something that we just simply cannot predict, right? We can predict what the film will open to in its opening weekend, right, domestically. But as far as audience reception, that is something that we cannot predict at this very moment. So right now, we have to talk about the data of what we have so far, right? I mean, think about that for a second. Now, things could be different. And when they are, I'll let you guys know. But as it stands right now, this film is in serious jeopardy of becoming a massive flop. As I told you, today's article comes from That Park Place. It is titled Joker Folie Deux opening weekend box office tracking drops 44% following mixed reviews and poor early pre-sales. Now, yesterday, I did not mention the mixed reviews. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it really and truly wasn't all that relevant. But now that I'm thinking about it, it is. Why? Because we're in a different market than we were back in 2019. A dollar is hard to come by. Like, for real. I'm a family of four. Every time I go to the movies, it costs me upwards of $200 plus to enjoy our night, right? So we have to be careful, some of us as families, what we spend our dollars on. And some folks may very well feel that something that's not being praised by that of critics isn't worth their time. So just want to point that out. I don't feel that way, right? I go see a film even if it has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. That ain't your boy O. I have to judge something for myself. But there's a lot of people out there who likes to look at that Rotten Tomatoes score and say, hey, that ain't worth my time. That's just how they feel. You're not going to change their minds, and they're going to be that way all the way to the day that they die. That's just how it is. Now, I'm not going to read this whole article to you guys, but I am going to take what I need out of it. Sean Robbins at Box Office Theory originally shared at the end of August that he predicted the film would gross between $120 and $150 million. And he also shared that he believed that it will hit $130 million in its opening weekend. Furthermore, he shared that the film will likely gross between $277 million and $404 million, with a more precise prediction of $350 million in its entire domestic box office run. So that would have been great. Like, that was what the first Joker pretty much made. So the audience retention was probably definitely there. Not as much as you hoped, but it was there a little bit. All right. Now we need to go down here about 2 paragraphs away from that. Now, in a more recent update, he downgraded his predictions by 44%. Robbins now predict that the film will only gross between 65. Remember, just yesterday I said 70 plus, all the way up to 80. Now he is saying $65 million. Let me go back. The film will gross between $65 million and $85 million, with a more precise prediction of $77 million. As for the overall box office, he also lowered his prediction there as well. He now predicts a range between $150 million and $222 million, with a more precise prediction of $168 million. That is a 52% decline. Now let me tell you why this is important. Let me put my computer to the side. The first Joker film only had a budget of $50 million. This new Joker film has a budget of $200 million. Think about that. That is 4 times what Warner Brothers and whatever studio they partner with spent on the first film. Why would you pump that much money into this type of movie? There's no special effects, no high impact action scenes. The only thing that you had to get right here is the damn makeup. Who said that $200 million would be justified in this situation? Goes to show you that this studio just cannot think correctly, man. This is absolutely atrocious, at least in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know people, they're going to say, oh, you always are negative regarding that of DC. But I cannot help it if everything that DC does puts them in a negative. How that's my fault? They ain't nowhere near the 4KO's fault. All I could do is be a fan, man. All I could do is try to support what they are putting out, right? But I can't help it if the general audience and also many other DC fans isn't buying what they are selling at this very moment. I can't help it. There's nothing I can do about that. One man cannot make a difference. All I can do is voice my opinion. Now, as for Warner Brothers and Joker Folie Deux, they better hope that this film doesn't open to $65 million in its domestic opening weekend. Why? Because if it does that, who's to say that the overseas box office isn't going to look the same way? Who's to say that? Imagine if the film managed to only have a $130 million worldwide opening weekend. That is doom and gloom, ladies and gentlemen. But, as you all know, it is Warner Brothers' fault. The way that you have burnt your fan base over the last few years, you are reaping what you sowed. You know, there's one scene in the original Joker film that I absolutely love. When Joker said, you get what you deserve. That is what's going on right now. Warner Brothers and DC is getting what they deserve. And I don't see an end in sight regarding them and the interest in their brand, right? Sometimes when you lose the audience, they're gone for good. And unfortunately for us as DC fans, we have to sit back and watch our favorite studio and brand fail constantly on a consistent basis. They ain't nobody's fault but their own. This $65 million prediction is ridiculous. And I have a feeling that it will continue to go down. Like for real. The pre-sales is tracking in line with that of the Marvels and also the Flash. In fact, I believe yesterday they said that the pre-sales are worse than that of the Marvels and the Flash. So think about that for a second. The Marvels, $45 million opening weekend. The Flash, $65 million opening weekend. So what this man is saying here is definitely true. Think about that for a second. So when it comes to DC, it is what it is. For those out there who just wants to just accept everything that DC puts out there, go ahead on and do it. Just be sure that you buy more tickets. If you want this to be successful, buy more tickets. That's all you have to do. Now, I'm going to buy one ticket. I'm not going to bring my whole family to go and see this, especially the kids. You know, they don't need to see this here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my wife, she might want to come. But I'm only going to buy one ticket. That's it. Not going to buy 2, 3, and 4. Because DC hasn't earned that from me. They have to earn it. And if they don't, they will never get it. That's how I feel. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help you boy out that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that magical number 10,000 subscribers. Oh, and speaking of such, the 4KO has officially crossed over 1 million views on this platform. Thanks to you guys. Damn, that feels good. I have been looking forward to that for quite some time. And thanks to you, I have achieved it. So with that being said, I appreciate your help. I appreciate your support. But if you are going to hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button. Too, I'm out that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know what you think about Joker Folie Deux now tracking at about $65 million. And also, what do you think about the film box office predictions continues to fall? And always remember, laissez le bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.